Oh, not a sort of thing you want to talk about, but it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I often get up at this time because Matty, my goddaughter, in the Philippines, because of the time difference. But I hope it isn't my oil here. Right. Well, again, anything can. So I'm analysing myself now. I've been whacking quite a bit of oil with milk. And milk's supposed to be a good thing to settle your stomach. So I've just got a little bit of diarrhea. So maybe look at the dosage and cut back. Yeah, I mean, I'm gasping for a lovely drink of milk, as you do, but I've still put 21 things of oil in. We'll see. But if that hasn't settled, because that's it, well, I'll ask you, what's the best thing to settle your stomach? Well, I know, milk. Yeah, milk of magnesia, but milk generally is. And I'm very thirsty, so maybe my next, I've just drunk the pint, that's I say, straight down, so, thirsty. And if that doesn't seem to settle my stomach, I will just cut back on the oil. This is Yahoo. Yeah. Well, this Facebook thing. Well, yeah, well, I feel my request that I've even put it down to phoning me. So it's still doing it, but this fucking, right, the little virusy, and keep getting this Yahoo thing, get it? It's gone, and I know the camera keeps running. Well, I'm going to keep well, I don't know. When I'm this is what I've got to explain to some people. Well, I've done it once, I'll do it again. When all this angry stuff comes through, it's generally my brother on my channel. And my brother passed into spirit. Whoa, I'll have to think about that one. And it's obvious we were as close, well, as shit. We were very close. We worked together, distributed LSD together. What else I can say? Didn't spend a lot, but once I turned on, I did. I turned on quite early, though. I think I was 15. He brought me a water pipe. Fuck this one. Right. Lovely, what a memory, a lovely little thing. And that's my brother for you, right? And so I'm about 6 years younger than him and all his mates. Yeah, there's a 7-year gap. So the scene is, he used to turn on up in the loft in my mum and dad's little bungalow, pyramidical shaped, but that's, yeah. And he converted the whole loft. So it wasn't built that way. Yeah, that's right. He converted it, so he put down floorboards. Yeah, well, I'm just repeating myself. Didn't have a window. Oh, no, yeah, that's it. Didn't have a window like a normal loft commercial would have, but it's all boarded up safely, floorboarded up safely. And you had to still go up through this little loft hatch. And there's a ladder. And imagine him. Because a lot of his friends would come round. There'd be no one did put their foot through the ceiling, but it's a fucking miracle it didn't. Because there was a little bits of gap where you could have gone right through the ceiling because it is just plasterable, but it didn't, thank God. Anyway, so people had to get up this little ladder. Of course, this freaked my mother out. The fuck. Because they'd often just go out for a little night together and go to the pub, as you do. And then someone had drunk a few pints, and generally the women, blame it on the women. No. And it's quite a bit. I mean, I can understand being a bit freaked out. My dad totally tolerated this, though. And that was a major rift between my dad and my mother. That was it. It freaked the fuck out of her. I mean, she did. She just would lose it and start screaming, and she'd go hysterical. But this didn't happen just when people were coming round to the house in the evenings or whatever to turn on. And they were very, I mean, they had music on, but it wasn't, fucking heavy metal blasting through. No, they didn't. Well, they did, and they didn't. I mean, the sort of beautiful Moody Blues, Pink Floyd, this ilk, or psychedelic rock. And it wasn't, boom, 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 right? But I'm afraid, well, it's obviously just on these trips. It's meant to be my father and my mother just split right apart. My father tolerated a lot, and as kids, you're torn between the two. In fact, there were certain things where my father had lost it a bit, and my brother was threatening to come down there and sort him out. Quote, I won't do it now because it's full. Leave her alone. Yeah. There never was fisticuffs and anything, but well, I'm just sharing. This is how I grew up. Yeah. So this affected me. Well, my brother was, as I'm saying, how can I do this? Well, when I was younger, before I turned on, that was it, before I'd gone up and given this birthday present at about 15. Again, it's a 7-year gap between me and my brother. And my life was a bit weird because I couldn't bring people home. Pardon me, because that's just my stomach's a bit upset. Because this was going on. It's all part of my karma. I understand that now. It did push me out. That was the trip. I'd often come out with these things. There's no love here. And I was pushed into, well, I don't know, searching for love, the meaning of life. What's all this about? This ain't what it's about, whatever it was, getting just all this emotional shit that was going on between my father and my mother. But, well, that's actually what happened. When I turned on at 15, quite young, I was still at school, my brother, brought me a water pipe for my birthday. So the trip was, again, just like a fantastic film, because I love films, but imagine the sort of things I've been put through and went through. So at 15, they're all 7 years older. That's the significance. So I just come up to the loft thing and open the loft. You don't knock, it's just a hatch. Stuck my head up, and they're all, hello, and I literally did. So, well, thank you. What's all this then? So I'd never turned on it. Well, anyone will remember, the time you first turn on someone. Very special, So I said, well, what's this? And, whatever. And I had about 3 people nearly jump on me, get it, wanting to turn me on for the first time. So, they filled up the water pipe, explained, undid the thing, you put water and it acts like a filter. And then they filled the bowl up and then they lit it for me, right, here you go. And, well, a lot of people, when you first turn on, it can be quite an interesting experience. But, of course, for some of us, fucking years ago, but it's true, right, when you first turn on and you do it in a good environment. Because I had another experience. Yeah, I felt dizzy, but that was the tobacco. Oh yeah, I didn't like tobacco at first. Because it is a bit of a nasty thing. That's the one thing, isn't it? That, when we used to turn on, we'd use tobacco. And you are sweet. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Rare. I've got to get another drink. There you go. I've just glugged the whole pint down. And I've got water here. Let's just see. I've got pyramidical water. That's probably what I should be drinking, isn't it? Not milk. And if I've got it, if I haven't let the well go dry, which it looks like I have. Right, well, I will be a couple of ticks. I've got to top up my water. Oh, no, I haven't. I've got my little tap. This is pyramidal. Maybe if we choose a clean, well, it's got a little bit of milk and stuff at the bottom. Right, very carefully. Oh, so this is just pyramidal, blessed, charged water. Be careful. I haven't done this a while as well. Yes, it will be slightly, but it'll be better than me drinking milk, I think. And this has been under the pyramid for weeks. Just had a change of routine. Yeah, well, a change of routine, right? Because I've only just been on this medicinal oil. I don't know when. Maybe I should have. There you go. Recorded it, because it is like a new treatment as such. Well, just sharing. You can take too much oil. You can take too much of anything, and your stomach's irritated. Well, that's just exactly what's happening. And so I've cut back on the oil, and that's just water, but been underfilled, and a little bit of milk. It won't be off. We'll see. Very nice. Because that is now, that I'm drinking is pyramidal blessed water that's been on, well, under the pyramid for days and days and days. But the trick is I generally drink some of that every day, and I haven't been. And then just top it up. That is like the topping up container. And then above that, there is like a pyramid shaped, well, what they use here, I've done this. Yeah, that sort of shape. Because you find when you look into this, that any pyramidal shaped cone, there you go, we're getting into sacred shapes, will affect water or anything put into it. So it's like pyramidal, but it is, yeah. And the Russians, well, there's other people. You're then drifting into what's called sacred geometry. And you find out the science of shapes. And you find out, so this goes, well, don't go beyond pyramids, but this is another knowledge. And all shapes can have an effect. See, a pyramid is like a shape. A cone is a shape. This goes into the dunce hat. Remember them, this pointed hat, wizard's hat? People have found out that shape does actually affect your brain. And there was a trip at one time, you could get these pyramidal hats. You'd look at cunt and walk down the road. So it's got like a band, and then there's a pyramid. But it's the same trip. It's the same science. Wizard's hat, get it, pointed hat. There is a usefulness in having a pyramid come cylindrical cone, on your head. But the way round it is above me is quite a big pyramid. And the trip is that you follow the lines of the edge of the pyramid down till you hit the ground. So this whole area I'm in now is completely under the influence of a pyramid. Yeah? That's what this is. Well, this is my place. But up in the loft, I can actually sit directly under this shape. And I've done a few videos with that, and you'll see it. It's actually made of copper. It looks like gold, get it? But it's copper. And that is technically my mobile pyramid, but it hasn't been used yet because I haven't got a car. So I'm geared up, and my next upgrade, will be a PVC pyramid designed for mobile use, a lot lighter, because the copper one is, well, about 7 foot long, get it? It's just a solid length of copper, get it? It folds up like a umbrella and goes into a tube, yeah. But, slight criticism, I mean, you could take it on the plane and that. But this new PVC ones, you can get a far better because they're designed to break down to about a 3 foot length. And PVC is very light. And they are, well, a mobile pyramid. That's what they are. And so you can take these on the plane, you can travel, just erect it in your hotel room if that's your lifestyle. And in minutes, you've got a pyramid, and in minutes, you're creating a sacred space. And, well, just like me, you can put your water under it, your medicines under it, your food under it, and it's a science. And this science has been studied and propagated. That's probably not the right word, but you won't hear about this in mainstream media yet. It's sort of like people are just sitting on the fence because it's quite new, although it isn't. The science of pyramids obviously goes back thousands of years, but for actually them to be scientifically investigated, and there's a lot of bullshit about pyramids, but the Russians are just treating it as a purely scientific research project. So they're doing experiments. They've done things that I've shared, putting seed under a pyramid and then planting the seed and finding they're getting around an 80% crop increase. So that's a very practical function. And finding when the plants germinate, they're exceptionally disease resistant. Now that's a very practical application of pyramids. They don't have to be massive big things, but just big enough so you can stack, sacks of seed, get it? Radioactive material has been put under pyramids, it's been neutralized. Medicines have been enhanced. Things like antibiotics are increased in their strength. And of course, they've done this all in research. So they get some, antibiotic or whatever material that hasn't been stored under a pyramid. And then they get some that has. And then they time how long this antibiotic material destroys the viruses or whatever on slides, and it far enhances the effectiveness of the antibiotic. I might have got that wrong, but people know my drift. Yeah. So that's an interesting usage. Food increases its storage life. Not so dramatic a thing, but for just someone, again, you just get your own little pyramid, that you travel around with. So it's not a big income. You put all your fruit, anything under it, and it'll enhance it, improve it, or ripen it quicker, or whatever. Yeah, but it will keep it from going off quicker. That's the whole trip. When pyramids first came to light, the big thing was about how they can preserve a razor blade. They can. So you have a razor blade and you shave, and then you put it back under the pyramid, and another razor blade you shave, and it wasn't so good. Well, to this, guys, well, what can you do? Yeah. I'm I'm not gay. That don't mean you can't be my friend. But I thank you for the sentiments. And I know you can get men that are, heterosexual or whatever, But no, I've never had sex with a man, and it doesn't build. In fact, I'm literally a celibate. Yeah. I just go with the flow. And at the moment, because of my injured leg, I'm totally immobilized. I've got a bus pass, but that doesn't quite do it. And in the winter now here in Scotland, you see any walking about on unsalted pavements, which I've had a moan about, it's just a no-no. So I've been totally immobilised. I can just about get out and to go to my shop. That's the Co-op little shop here. And that's it. So again, I argue, I am technically on retreat, yet I can talk the fucking ears off a cat doing this. That's probably what it is. It's work. It facilitates my channeling, and this is my only conversation, although it's easily one-sided, but it isn't. When you channel whatever's appropriate to your audience. And it can be a future audience. So I've had all this revealed to me. So I'm here doing this video now, right? But in 5 years' time, because at the moment only about 30 people, 40 people or something on average see this. So I'm nowhere near the ilk that I see some of these other videos. You're talking about thousands of people look at them. You can get a bit discouraged. But the only thing that keeps me going is this is therapeutic for me then. Get up in the morning, do my early morning chanting. It's releasing stuff, chanting and getting it out so more stuff can come in. And like I say, part of the trip or the science is that it can be done for people 10 years down the road. So sometime I do a channeling and I do break into new material that is new for me. That's it. So most of this I've done, it's all old hat, pyramid, this, and then sometimes something completely new comes through. But that is channeling. You can blow your own mind a bit in the context of something, someone, some entity. See, it's completely to your openness can the expanse of the channeling increase. So I'm open to extraterrestrials, an example. I don't actually know, right? There's a message comes in, you're now about to channel King Kong cunt from planet ZX and all this shit. No, it does just flow, but in the spirit, it can be new to me. I have drink water. Oh, I am very thirsty. Yeah, well, the stomach seems to be. Oh, very thirsty. Well, that seems, praise God, that seems to be doing the trick. Cut back on the oil. It's not getting any oils. You don't normally glug about half a pint of oil a day, or even a quarter pint. It's obviously quite a bit for the stomach to handle, and maybe I've just been overdoing it a bit. So what I'm doing now, I just cut back and drink some water, not just milk and oil, get it, which is like my staple diet or whatever. And of course, water has a whole different trap. I think we're told or advised that to just drink quite a bit of just water. And you said things like, oh no, not coffee, get it, not water and milk, no, but just water. Very special element. And that ties in with my healing modality, and not just for people, but for the planet. Now, this isn't being talked about. There you go. How pyramids and water are a very efficient and effective means for us, humanity, to help heal, rebalance the planet. And I've done loads of channelings in this, and I know because in certain pages, I think it's YouTube, you're asked to categorize what your channeling's about, right? And in that categorization, you can put things like topics like this, white magic, pyramidical healing. Get on, doing it now. There you go. Pyramid and water healing. Planetary healing. And these are then sussed by like a search engine, and it helps them recategorize your video because you're putting in these like subheadings, and that's what happens. If you put white magic, it'd be put next to or near other channelings or videos then about white magic. If you put, well, just done it, planetary healing. Again, you're inspired with these, labels, if you like, but you see a pattern, obviously, and that's what I've been doing. But I have actually taken down a lot of videos. But this is because they are, I'm limited by my hard disk. I've got a sort of backup drive, here you go, big 3 gig or whatever it is, or tether big thing, which I can link into this little thing. But this thing only has 128 gig little card drive. You follow me? Because it's a MacBook Air. It's designed to be light and whatever. But if you're doing movies, you've got to every now and then, either move some or wipe them clean, because the hard disk in this is only 128 gig, and it gets full. But a couple of instances where the video's just cut out because there's not enough space on the hard disk. Just a total learning curve if you're going to do this work right. Get yourself a decent computer, but do get yourself one that's got a very decent hard drive, because videos obviously take up a lot of space. But the way around it is, if you get organised, is you get an external, like I've got a little hard drive, and there's a program on Mac that does it all for you, which I've forgotten the name of it, really. But it's a built-in free program. See, I haven't used it for a bit. Anyway, and it does that automatically. You set it up, you put on your external hard disk, and you set it up, and you can either do it automated or you can do it manually. So you just a couple of clicks of mouse and it'll do a backup. But the trick with that is, if your big external hard drive is full up, it will then start to wipe the oldest videos on it, get it to make space for the new ones. Again, it's just a discipline, and I was taught all this by Lex. Now, he was the printer at the Findor Foundation. Funny, it's a bit of a pattern, turning on to new, and he turned me on to Macs, because most people then just bought window computers, get it? They were marketed at the people, but professionals who are in the know used Apple, far superior, higher, faster processors, graphic design, far better, the graphic icons, and he turned me on to Mac computers. And in his, he's a printer, but they also designed websites, so there's all your computer powering and whatever, and memory and all this shit. And he had it all set up, so obviously it's a brilliant setup. And he told me every evening he backed everything up. So you've got a massive big hard disk or whatever. And I took, so that's just part of the routine, right? And it was everything. Because again, there were people in there, like I say, designing websites. There's about 4 or 5 people in there. People obviously using their computer for printing work. Again, they all needed to be saved. It's more the website, get it? Because it explained, if we had a power cut, this person could lose all their work. and so it's methodically, everything was backed up. Now I'm moving into this trip, but I've been trained. When Black Unicorn being positive does take off, it will be incorporating that technology. It will be a massive resource that can be linked in by other branches, because there won't be just one branch of Black Unicorn. It will start somewhere, but the vision is, of course, this is a peace and people thing, and that there'll be, shall we say, a branch set up in Paris, and they will organise events in and around Paris. A branch should be set up in New York, and they will organise concerts and things in New York. All the major artistic centres of art, and turn it round and sell, Black Unicorn will be set up in, and it will provide work for quite a few people. Get it? But all on the same premise of it being a non-profit company. So there'll be none of these high-paid executive cunt shit that we've got now. Get it? The whole promotional agency is a right fuck. Ask any musician who is starting out. A lot of their earnings goes on promotion or promotional expenses. Get it? The big manager come character comes along. He gets you a booking, get it, but he takes a nice egg of the fucking pie, right? Black Unicorn will cut all that out. We will be a promotional agency, and we'll promote people by giving them a space to place in events, by letting them record things as long as 10% goes to charity. Get it? But there's your promotion. You're an unknown artist and you take part in a benefit CD, right? But there's your promotion. And by your talent, you shall be known. That's it. If you're good, people will recognise you, and you will then get commercial work. Still 10% of charity, though. Well, yeah, you will be signed up to Black Unicorn, but that'll be our mantra. Not necessarily give 10% to us. So I'm losing the plot now. It's 10% to charity. But then you don't need to contradict themselves. We promote you as a total unknown artist, right? By letting you participate in a Black Unicorn event. Say it's your promotion. Hey, that's promotion, right? Then you can say, well, someone approaches you. We don't own you. Well, we think you're good, and come on. Of course, we'd advise you. So hold on, don't get ripped off. Yeah, well, there you go. We can offer you the same promotion, and we would undercut any cunt like that. Yeah. It's a double whammy trip. We're a charity. There you go. Well, it's just it. So we sign up you as an artist, and we say, okay, give 10% to us. That's it. That's the trip. Yeah. You're technically now your promoters. You give 10% to us, which is like, that's the trip. It's not our trip. The trip is from the Bible, give 10% to charity. That's it. And that's not me. That is scriptural, and it's there. So there's nothing wrong with us, because we will be a charity, and we will need to have money again to expand and things. But any excess, we give 10%. It's a Mickey. Yeah. We have needs, but then if anything we exceed or out of it's categorized as profit. Again, it's a bit head fucker, can't we? Yeah. And then 10% of our profits, then we have to give to charity. And I don't think we righteous that we give it to ourselves. So we give it to another charity. Yeah. I mean, all these, well, it's coming through me now. See, all this stuff is worked out and will be worked out, and it's perfect. It is or will become an agency or a means for people to be able to give 10%. So that will be a vehicle for tithing. Yeah, because we will practice that principle and we will expect all staff now, it's coming there, you come to us and we work out a wage based on your needs, 6 kids and all this, but then you will be expected to tithe because it's karma, good karma for you. So whatever we pay you, we in a sense would expect you to give 10% to charity. It's a mantra. It's just easy, but that's it. And then, well, just imagine. Well, that's what this is. Imagine how much relief of suffering such an entity or charity then, or whatever, this can do. That's what I said. That is its vision. This is and can be the art of relief of suffering, because it was channeled and its birthing was on that. I was in tears. Blessed Father God, what can we do? And this is in response to the Ethiopian crisis. That's what was going on when this is birthed, if you like. People on our TV screens starving, and we watched it. And one program really sticks in my mind, BBC reporter, and he was finding it hard, not to cry, because he said, "What are you doing now? Here's the line," and that line meant that if you hadn't crossed that line, you weren't going to get any food. But you still sat there because maybe the next day you will get it. But no one was fighting. Get it? No one was, that's it. No one was fighting, trying to push in, whatever. That's why that poem came through. Noble people of Ethiopia, you who bear the karma of suffering so well, you are the means to release us from our hell. So they're starving, but they're bearing the karma, which you could say is for all of us. For some reason, well, there were reasons given, but this awful famine, no food, and we can say, well, it's these fucking silly wars and that, but it's all part of us. Get it? We're allowing the wars, however you want to get it into big headship, but in a sense, it's karmic. So they're bearing this karma, although they're not, the people that have started the wars, but that's it. So they were bearing the karma of suffering so well, you are the means to release us from hell. Because some of it did, I don't flip my box. Well, there you go, there's the positive result. Through me breaking down in tears, through me sending up a prayer to the powers that be, this came through. A very solid, practical answer to my prayer. Get it? Yeah, this. And it is. So, that's the way this channel is going. Anyone want to find out about Black Unicorn? There are umpteen videos been made about it on YouTube under my name, Laird Graham Clark Lifebringer, freely available, right? And they're available, I think, on Facebook. I think you've got to become a friend, but they're there on my page on Facebook. I don't understand the trip of that, but I think that's it. So I've got a load of videos on my Facebook page, and if you're technically my friend, you can access them there. If not, let me know. I think that's the trip. So I'll contradict myself. Lots of them have been taken down from YouTube, and I can soon, that's it, they're still here. I've got them on Facebook, and supply and demand. You know, people say, well, there's only 2 videos on Facebook about black unicorns in Gamble, and I can just quickly check my records up and say, well, actually, yeah, what ones have you got? You know, you're doing some research, you're looking into it. Oh, yeah, well, I've got this, that, and the other, and you can just click in to my Facebook page, and there they are. Nothing's been destroyed. But I could probably need to re-look at my, well, bless it. Again, when money comes, I will upgrade my MacBook Air because it isn't exactly the perfect computer for this, you know. And then we're moving into trips like computer editing, video editing. I've started. I mean, I was inspired. I mean, here you go. I've got a MacBook Pro here. Get it? And I've got 2 other. Well, I'm looking at 3 laptops now. They're probably a few years old because, again, getting this vision came years ago. But once I do get, being positive, this lottery winnings, then yes, I will have a slight upgrade in my computer system. And if the people appear to be the initial group, women who set this up, I am in a position to provide you with a computer. But it'll be Black Unicorn's computer, but you will have the tools to do the job. And I might add, I'm very good at hustling. Apple have brought out this fucking fantastic computer. You know, it's as powerful as fuck and as powerful as fuck. You're never gonna, you know, I mean, it's just what I'm talking about. All the fucking RAM you could ever fucking want and more, fucking big screen. Again, I could argue it's made for Black Unicorn. Well, other things. Oh, yeah, it's made for people who are definitely doing things like video work, you know, whatever. It's power plus power plus power, and it can be expanded. I forget what it's called, and it ain't that expensive. I think it's about 6,000 quid. But we certainly would need a couple of beasties like that. And they're there. So we go back to, well, right, Graham, you keep saying it's women, which it will be. I did a recent video geared at Maddona. I think Madonna's a special lady, and I first was moving into things like cock sucking, you know, just in the spirit, it flowed. Oh, well, we all know many women, many, you know, musicians, office workers, get it, because there's been loads of stuff about that. The old joke, whose cock do I need to suck to get that job? I mean, there's films about it, yeah. That was the seat, that's how it was. And of course, it's stretched over to the music business and the whole thing. And in the spirit, I just channel through, you know, yeah, how many cocks have you sucked or whatever, but Madonna suddenly got brought into the channeling. But then I apologise or make a joke by saying, well, quite frankly, so I want them to go, I don't care how many cocks you sucked, because we've all done it, and it isn't the issue. But then it turned around. Get it? Well, anyway, Maddona, I'd like to, again, showing good, I'd like you to consider to help me set this up. Meaning she could quite easily pull together 6 or 7 women who would be interested to do this. And if she herself is, and women will work it all out amongst themselves, they find out what the office bearers are. You know, there's certain requirements. You got to have a treasurer, you have a chairperson, and probably another couple of other, because it's different in America. I'm just hypothetically now. There might be a slightly different format to what it entails setting up a charity here in England. I know that because I've done that. I've set a charity up in England, and on a small scale, you just need 3 people. chairperson, treasurer, that's obviously an important role, obviously someone that oversees the finances, and I think one other person, because the odd number for voting, 3. But then generally the chairperson has what's called the casting vote. So you could argue that would be me, but I'm prepared to give that over. Yeah, you get a good team of women together, and I can take a backstage role. I'm just the founder and pop in, and like a trustee, every now and then pop in, and if there is a bit of a split parliament, literally that trip. It's a controversial issue, and it's stalemate, then I would put the boot in. Yeah, that's my trip. Right, we're doing this. Well, that's it. If it came to that, because you can't have fucking deadlocks and shit and, no. Get it? This is just relief of suffering. Get it? I don't think this isn't that sort of trip. Promotion and all this shit. People will be given promotion then if it's got proven ability. But it isn't like that. Right. See, that's all old. You will be paid according to your needs. And cooperatives run like this. You can be Walla Walla fuck brain and be the manager if you like. But Walla Walla fuck brain will just get what women, needs are. So it's not dependent on your job. That's like we're just all a team. And we could obviously intermingle and do each other's jobs at times, Yeah, and most of it will involve running a computer, phone work, talking with people, get it, and whatever, and updating and maintaining a resource on the computer. And obviously we have meetings and, we could organise our own events, going off on a tangent for our own existence. So it's brilliant, Graham, we've got to extend this, or we want to expand that. And so as a quick means of generating funds, we organise a benefit for ourselves because we are actually a charity. As long as it's justifiable, of course it is, expansion or whatever, that is an avenue, a very quick and good avenue for us. And that could be under the old concept of a joint benefit. So the major charity is Oxfam, which you get people in, but as a joint benefit, it's Oxfam thing and Black Unicorn. But only a percentage of the proceeds, well, whatever we think we need, 15% or whatever, goes to Black Unicorn. So it's all transparent, but it's a brilliant way where we can quickly generate the funds that we might need, whether it's for expansion or whatever. Well, it would be for expansion. Yeah. I'm gasping for water again. It's 5 o'clock, and what are we? We're coming up to the hour. I'm going to curtail this now as an hour and just round it off. Oh, hold on. Well, that's nothing. That's just to do with Facebook. So I can reiterate that, just put a few. Well, Mrs. Zubecker, no one's got back to me. I have suggested as a sort of meet you halfway, and again, this is public, Mrs. Zubecker. Okay, no one for some reason wants to video chat with me. Well, as a means of someone, you've told me this person, which I've got, a rosemary. You've given me this information, a rosemary that works at PayPal, right? Well, I suggested to Rosemary, to make sure it isn't someone impersonating her, get it? That she contacts me and sends me a photograph of herself and holding today's newspaper that time links it. this is me and this is this time. Right? Now that'd be pretty hard for someone to impersonately do, get it? Because I do know what she looks like. Then that can start negotiations. Yeah. And we could even have a trip like, right, every email you send me, because I was doing that, you send me a photograph of yourself holding the current day's newspaper. So it can change. But it's pretty foolproof. So, that's there, and it's got the date on it with the photograph. And that would be a way of avoiding scamsters or impersonators. And then maybe we do get to a place, well, we will. Well, we won't, you see, there's that. But I do think it's better that we talk to one another. Well, to me, I can't see any problem. Just video chat with a cunt. Yeah. Because the trip is, we could go backtrack. I know what Kate Tim fucking looks like. So it's a nonsense to say, well, I want to protect my staff, rare, so I don't want them to video chat. But I already know what Kate Tim looks like. And if I had any malicious intent, I don't need to video chat with her, do I? I already know what she looks like. In the same trip. Anyone who's your employee, this other lady that suggests, I know exactly what she looks like. I think she's got long dark hair, but I've got it in my brain. And so to bar me from video chatting with her just seems bollocks. Just give me some feedback, Mr. Zuckerberg, because it's bollocks. And if you see, you're using the argument that I might want to abuse your staff. Well, quite frankly, Mr. Zuckerberg, it's obvious that any cunt can see the abuse is going to be my way. I'm the fucking multi-millionaire or rich cunt that they may try and tap. Get it? As you know, it's already happened. Can you lend us £400, which you have made rules that people can't do it, and that's why the woman got sacked. But take the analogy further. Well, what can Mr. Clark do? We go round the circle. I already know what the cunts look like. So if I wanted to take aggressive action against them or whatever, I already know what they look like. So where's the thing of, well, you can get back to me that by email. Why do you still insist that people can't video chat with me? What are you scared of? See, it just stinks of scam. Because we've come to this point, get it? And I'm saying a 5-minute video chat will resolve all these paranoid, get it, untrue assessments that both sides are making. You might think I'm this terrible Hell's Angel who's going to start kicking the fuck out of everybody. Well, you need to understand what Hell's Angels really are. Oh, they're physically endowed. That's the right term. And yes, they are soldiers, so they've been trained in manner. That is their role. But they're not the sort of fucked up individuals that the media has portrayed. They're soldiers, but they're trained. And no, they don't just go around kicking people's heads in for fun. Again, that's the media for you again. And yes, I might be a Hell's Angel. Again, that's all in conjecture. My brother's a Hell's Angel. And he is my gatekeeper. And he comes through me. Oh, my God, yeah, the Bank of Scotland felt his wrath. Yeah. Can't do it now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. But I was having this long discussion with a Bank of Scotland employee who actually was from the Philippines. So we've got a good vibe going, and I was chatting about matching. She's a lovely lady. But then it just came to a head because she said, well, there's nothing really we can do, meaning that's the bosses get it, the people who've made the rules. There's nothing we can offer to help you. So the whole thing was a waste of time. And well, I've done a thing on that. I'm having to change bank. I've just sent you that. And that's what's going to happen. I'm probably going to change over to the nationwide. And I do think these things take a few days. You go in, fill the forms, and then they take over all the information from your current account, get it, all your things that you set up, and they contact all these bodies and that and say from now on your direct debit will be paid through this bank. That's what they do, I believe. That can take a couple of days. And I might add this month, anyway, it is. I was £100 in arrears before I started this month's payment or pension or this fortnightly pension. And that would go around a circle why I need to set up a new bank. It's getting ridiculous. And they won't give me an overdraft. And I need one because my living budgeting is so precise that if any unexpected bill comes in, and we all get unexpected bills, things that aren't just a regular bill, whatever. Boiler packs up. That's an unexpected bill. Get it? Something got to do. Whatever. Fucking ceiling, whatever, anything in building, anything is an unexpected bill. The way I'm budgeting just isn't catered for. I'm living hand to mouth. So I need credit. I mean, how many people do you know, Mark, that don't have credit in this day and age? And that's what I'm being told I can't have. I've got no credit, Mark. No credit card. I have a debit card, but that's a totally different beast. It means I've got to have money there. So it's just an electronic means of me buying things and buying things online, yeah, but it's a debit card. So again, I don't know if you that's a totally different animal. Now, a credit card is you only use that when you need to, and you do pay a little bit to use it, but it is there as a bridge for your budget. So if I had a 250 quid credit card, I'm laughing. Because sometimes we're just talking about, well, this time it's 100 quid, admittedly. But that's, well, it's not. It's just two bills, my Sky Telly and my energy bill were paid, and yet they weren't. So what happened was, look on me a thing, oh, they're paid, great, I'm all right. They were both returned because there wasn't actually enough money to meet them. So look on my statement and suddenly it's returned. So I've got to pay them again. That's what it's meaning. So they haven't been paid. So suddenly, well, I'm just repeating, I'm 100 quid out. So I've got 100 quid less than what I normally have, get it, when my pension comes in, which came in yesterday. So no, I won't be paying you 250 quid. And then there's this final trip, which I have shared to you, Mark. Whatever you've been doing, I was 750 in debt, all right, again. Well, look, just stop fucking about and pay the whole fucking thing off. But give me a bill. Well, Graham, I've paid off this fee because this is obviously dragging out. And although I'm not meant to do it, fuck admin. That's right. Fuck them with their rules. I'm going to pay this final fee, which is now only 250 quid. But for righteousness' sake, I would like you to give me it back. Simple as that. That's why I shared you. The last mantra to you, Mark, was, you're no friend of mine if you can't trust me for 250 quid. Because that's what we're talking about. Trust. You got to trust us. Captain Beefheart has flashed in. Yeah. You've got to trust us. Yeah. And that means then I get my money, get my car, might not be a Jaguar, and then there's just a little note. Hi, Graham, when you can, well, obviously I can, that's the trip, see, just for righteousness' sake or whatever, can you pay me the £250 back that I paid? It's called righteousness. And I say, yeah. Then I say, do you know what? Well, where the fuck's my car and money then? What's the resistance to that? Well, I know what it is. It's your fucking admin group. We've got to stand up to them. Excuse me, I might have given you this job and all this other bollocks, but contracts can be changed. You get it? You might have contracted them that they're just on a trip, Mark. Power trip. This is our fucking empire. Yeah. And we said, we'll tell them to fuck off. Sack the cunts. That's right. I want Mr. Clark to have his lottery winnings now. This has gone on too far, and I am going to pay this last £250. And that's between me and Mr. Clark, and fuck you, you cunts. You don't like it, I'll sack you. Yeah, that's it. Stand up. Stand up for your rights. Because ultimately, this is your trip. You put this together, and yes, you very nicely maybe opened it up to this admin group, and they've got on a power trip. That's it. They're meant to be there as a democratic thing, but ultimately, I've just done the circle. I mean, ultimately, you hold the power. It's your trip. You put this together. And you're saying to them, in effect, fuck you, you bunch of cunts. I want to pay Mr. Clark's final £250, and I do believe that he will pay me back. Well, again, it's between me and Mr. Clark. Get it? Nothing to do with you, you cunts. And if you're going to try and power trip me, fuck off. That's it. You sack the cunts. There's not a fucking person in the world or in fact who's going to blink a fucking eyelid because they can see what they're on. Silly little cunts on a power trip. On Facebook. Admin group. Fuck off, you pathetic cunts. This is to them. Yeah. The amount of fucking suffering, you cunts, that I've caused or you've caused me. And you'll get your karma. Everything you do and every action and decision you've made, you've obviously been discussing me like cunt. Oh, I can imagine it. Oh, no, you can't do that. No, we made the rules that everybody's got to pay it and I don't give a fuck he is disabled. We should. Yeah, I am different to someone who can work. So all your little rules and regulations don't righteously respond to my needs or my situation. Put it to your members. Should we have special bonus for people who've got a disability rare and they can't work rare? Should we expect them to pay all the fees? Rare. Oh, fucking sure, they say. No, they've got nothing to think. No, the cunts can't work. So it's that they're in a different ballgame. The cunts, we're going right round the circle, can't work. The cunts can't get credit cards. Puts them in a totally different ball game to the average cunt that has worked, to the average cunt that can get a credit card. And we've been over this, Mark. What happened there? Quote, can you send a letter to my bank manager then so I can get a loan? And at 1 minute, I can see what's been going on. At 1 minute, there's a yes response. and then your fucking admin stick their fucking oar in. Oh no, we can't let you do that. Look, you fucking admin cunts. Get it? The cross is on you. I sussed. This isn't Mark Zubeck. He's actually said to you, well, Graham, I can't do this or that. It's up to the admin. Well, fuck you, admin. You're now in my sights. You fucking let me, and this is to you, and you can ignore it at your peril, right? You let Mark Zubecker pay my last £250. And then it's between me and Mark, and I will pay him back. It's fucking obvious I will. And if you refuse, fuck you, you cunts. And I'll start a campaign to get you slung out on your cunt asses, and I'll find out who the fuck you are, and you'll have this cunt on your case. Got it? Right, I think I'm going to fuck off. Yeah, I'm gasping for water. Good. All in my stomach settled. There you go. Just a bit too much boil. So it's to be upgraded to glasses on. Yeah, well, it mentions Facebook. No cunt, the polite term, has contacted me, and I will end that again. Can you just get a cunt, and if it is this Rosemary, to send a photograph of herself and a dated newspaper, and we can just have that agreement. Yeah, every day you write to me, send a, because I've been doing it, send a little photograph and with today's date on it. You know, whether it's a newspaper or what. Gives her a bit of security and it gives me a bit of security, and it will lessen the possibility of her being hacked. Be a bit hard for someone to send a photograph of her and also a paper as well, and we can devise our own little scheme. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we can both, or I can compile a list of numbers. Yeah, things impossible. You know, well, okay then, Rosemary, I'll send you a little list, and I can soon do it, numbers, symbols or whatever, for say a month ahead. I don't even think it's going to take that long. It's not even the date. You've just got to include, oh, today's Tuesday, whatever it is there, and for this day, it can be symbols, anything, animal, get it? And that's it. Our own little agreed trip. And I could do it I'm me, yeah, and you know what I look, you've got all the background, you get me, people find it very hard to artificially fucking do all this and to say they're me, get it rare. So I'll leave it at that. Have a nice day. Keep taking the tablets. Yeah.